Wherever you go, there you are. You bring the uniqueness of you wherever you go. And what's interesting about that exercise is it sort of summarizes what insights and what discovery is all about. You had an opportunity to think of a word that describes you well, right? There was a little twist on it, making it alliterative, but you had a chance to share an adjective that would describe you to your coworker. So while some of you started to think about a list of words, you began to discard some of the words you thought of. You thought, that's a good word, that describes me fairly well, but I'm going to look stupid if I bring that one up. I'll discard that. There's another one, oh no, I won't look smart if I use that word. That one's out. At a nanosecond speed, you judge for yourself, how would you be perceived by others based on the words you chose? And some of you came up with a word right away. It just slid out of your mouth, and you went, yes. That's a great way to describe myself. I want to tell 3 or 4 people around me. Some of you did, right? That's a function of your personality as well, the desire to share that with each other. But what's funny is as we make decisions, right, salespeople, understanding customers, understanding how to interact with them, we make crazy judgments all the time. Mark's session was an awesome window opening into realizing how we do this and how our subconscious reflects back to other people, what we're actually thinking, what we're actually saying. But the point is, many times we aren't paying any attention to any of that stuff. He mentioned it. Most of the time, we aren't paying attention to how we're interacting with other people. And after the fact, if we made a sales call for an hour and a half and somebody sat us down and said, how did you do in that call? Most of us would say, well, I was pretty, not just pretty good, I was great, actually. I listened to needs. I heard everything they said. We had awesome rapport. We're going to get some good business out of this environment, right? That's what you think, or that's what you choose to believe. That person goes down the hall and says, man, don't ever let that rep back in here again. That was just what a waste of my time. I tuned out after 15 minutes, but I just didn't have it in me to ask him to leave. How do you really know? Insights discovery is about how do you really know? For yourself, how do you really know who you are? How do you understand how you gather information and make decisions? Because that's what the psychology that underpins our model is all about. Jungian psychology, this aspect of the psychology, is about how do people gather information, and then how do people take that information and make a decision?